Okay, so this is some of the other stuff that I got. This is obviously the battery. And like I said, this is an 11 amp hour battery, and it comes with a charger. And this is all for this light upgrade that I'm going to do. Now, what I have is I have these LED lights, and these are, I don't know, they're Chinese. They're manufactured over in China, and they're sold under a million different names. But they're kind of cool. I like these because it doesn't have the halo ring. It's just an LED light with this lens. And I bought these for a project that I was going to use them on years ago, and I never used them, and so they're brand new. I've had them in this box, a couple of boxes. I got 2 lights to go on, obviously you can see here, and so these are going to go on the bike as well. And this is what the battery is for. It's going to power these lights. It should run these lights for days. I mean, that they don't draw that much power. Let's see if I can tell you on the box what it says here. These are 15 watt lights, so 2 of them are going to be running 30 watts. These say that they put out 125 watts, and they're 3,000 lumen voltage between 12 and 80 volts. So these should be fine. So I got some connectors. I'm going to solder all these connections together. I'm going to use these connectors. I got male and female connectors here, so it'll be a real clean install. What else do I got? Well, I'm waiting on the light bar. I got a bar coming in that's going to attach to the handlebars. I didn't like where these lights were going to go on the handlebars. And the problem that I was having with them was that once I mounted, picked a place to mount them, they were going to be close to either the shifter or this brake line. This brake line runs hydraulic fluid. These things get hot. That's why it's got this cage around it, is because they do get really hot. Any LED light does. And I didn't want it close to the brake lines or any of the other cables that are on the bike. Plus, I didn't want it casting shadows or anything like that. So I got a light bar coming that's going to attach to this bar here. And then it's going to allow me to get these out a little bit and get them hopefully away from the brake lines. So, this is a concern of mine. Plus, it'll leave this center part of the bar free because I got a phone mount that's going to go on here, so I can use the GPS. So this is all going to be pretty cool. Like I say, I'm just waiting on the one bar to come in, and then I'll get these lights mounted on both sides. And these things should really throw a ton of light in conjunction with the light that's on the bike by itself. All right. So I got the switch mounted for the lights. And this is a real nice waterproof switch. It's not like one of the real cheap ones. It's all metal body. It's very well made. It's really solid. 2 Allen screws to mount it on, and you can see it's a pretty beefy little switch. Like I said, it's waterproof. So should I ever get caught in the rain, and hopefully you don't, but it's nice to know that it's waterproof and I don't have to worry about it getting damaged. Same thing with the switch for the horn. It's all waterproof. I think the horn is too, but I'm not really positive on that. But hey, the bike's coming along here. I'm in Michigan, and it's obviously not riding weather here. It's cold. There's snow on the ground. I definitely don't want to take this thing out and trash it on its first ride, so rather than riding it, which I'm dying to do, I'm just working on fixing it up the way I want it. Now, I had originally set this up for the milk crate carrier, and I don't like it. It just doesn't fit rigid. I've ordered a new top box for it. I got a nice square top box that's going to go on here. It's a Givi. So it's going to have, the Givi plate that'll go on here, and that'll stay on the bike. So if I want to remove the top box, I can. But the plate will stay on the bike. So, that's what I'm hoping. I'm waiting for it to come in. It's on back order. So, right now it's just the way it goes with everything that you order. Everything's a week to 10 years. You get it when you get it. That's all there is to it. So, waiting for that to come in. So like I say, rather than being able to ride the bike, which I'm really bummed, I'm dying to ride this thing, I'm just working on it. I keep upgrading stuff. I upgraded the tires, and I don't got the bag on here, and now I'm working on the lights, and I got a horn, and I got an alarm, and then I also got this down here. This is really cool. I got this off of Amazon, and this is a charging setup. So not only does it charge 110, but it also has USB, so that I can charge up, you know, the alarm and the horn and whatever else I might have that goes on there that I need to charge with USB. So this is going to end up going in the garage. I'll probably mount it to some kind of a board. And this way I can charge everything. I can charge the batteries on my bike, on my girlfriend's bike. I can charge, you know, the batteries on the Aventon as well as the Ariel Rider. And I can charge this battery up for the lights. So, you know, and it's jewel protected, you know, surge protected. So I'm pretty happy with that as well. Okay, so the Amazon driver was just here. And this is the little light bar that I was waiting on. So, got the bar, 2 clamps, and I'm going to go ahead and get it installed on the bike now. Alright, here we go. So, now I got the accessory bar mounted to the handlebar. It fits perfect. It fits right between the crossbar on the BMX handlebars. So, it looks really cool. It's all black. Looks like it's made like it's supposed to go there. And if you look at it from the front, it's pretty cool. So now I'll get the lights mounted on it, and I'll show you what that looks like. Okay, so this is how the lights are going to get mounted on. There, of course, they'll have to be aimed. I don't want them too high. I want them to, you know, shine down on the road real good, and I don't want them to be shining in the cars, you know, the driver's eyes of the automobiles. So, yeah, that looks pretty cool. This is the it's following the theme of the urban assault bike. So, yeah, I think that looks pretty cool. I'm gonna dig it. I'm anxious now to get it wired up and test them out and see how it's going to look. But yeah, I'm kind of digging this. You know, the lights were basically free. I bought them so long ago that I pretty much forgot about them, and they were paid for a long time ago. So why not use them on the bike? And the mount is really cool. The mount came out really good. So the cell phone will go in here. I got a holder for that. So everything is going to fit really good. So yeah, pretty cool. Alright. Okay, so this is all you got to do to put the battery in. This is pretty cool. This is the 12 volt jack. This yellow one here is a 9 volt jack. And the pins are a little bit larger on 9 volts, so you can't accidentally plug it into the wrong outlet. And then it's also got the USB, and I'll be running a USB cord onto this to go to my phone. And then all you got to do is just turn the battery on. And you see the little LED lights come on. Tells you how much charge it's got. It's almost fully charged. The charger hasn't shut off yet, so, you know, or gone green. It's still red, but it will go green once it's fully charged. So even though the battery says it's fully charged, it isn't really. So then it's just a matter of tucking the battery into this front pocket that I have here. Alright, closing the flap up, and then I run the zippers all the way up, and it still leaves me plenty of slack. That's full lock, so you know I don't have to worry about, you know, the cable binding up. It doesn't get pinched by anything, even though it looks like it does. It doesn't. Alright, so now what I'm going to do now is I'm going to power the bike up. So switch on. The LED comes on. Alright, I'm going to turn the lights off in the shop here, and I'm going to try to give you an idea of what it looks like. You can tell it's camera kind of works a little bit in the dark, but not really. Alright, so I'm going to turn just the light of the bike on. So this is the one that comes from the factory, and so that's what you're looking at there. And then when I turn the other one on, quite a difference. I mean, these two little bunny blasters are pretty bright. And this is just in the shop. So once I get outside, you know, in the dark, see if I turn these off, okay, you can see what the light that comes with the bike. And I got it aimed kind of low. I wanted, you know, to use it pretty much to see what's directly in front of the bike since it's not as bright. And then the brighter lights I have reaching out a little bit more. So they're still, I don't think they're too high. I don't think they're going to blind oncoming drivers. But, you know, that's pretty cool. So if I walk around the bike here, let's see if it'll show what it looks like. Yeah, that's pretty cool. And they're pretty bright. You can see the tail light. It's lighting up, you know, everything in the back. So, but yeah, these things they're definitely bright. Pretty cool. All right, so that's it for today's project. So I'm going to turn the lights off on here. There goes the one on the bike. And then the one on the handlebars, the auxiliary lights. And we're in the dark. All right, thanks folks. We'll see you in the next project. Okay, so here's the next thing that I got from my bike. I got mirrors. I got one for each side. And it comes with a nice metal clamp. And I like these mirrors because they're fold away. So if you hit something or something hits them, they'll just fold. They won't snap off. They've got pretty nice, you can see, they pretty nice reflection, nice and clear. And I already have one put on the bike. So I'll show you what that looks like. I got the right side on, and I had to move everything over. I had to move the switch for the lights over, and I had to move the shifter over because I wanted it close to the outside edge of the bar so that when my hand's on the grip, I don't see nothing but just my arm. I can see past my shoulder and my arm. So now I have to do the other side, and in order to do that, I also had to move the on-off controller and the speedometer. It used to be right here. Well, the mirror is going to go here now. So I just moved it, and I just put it, actually I think I like it better here anyway. It's in more of a central position. So I got, you know, this is going to show my speed and what pedal assist level I'm on, and it's right in front of me, and then the phone's going to go right here. So this is all working out pretty good. So let me get this other mirror on, and then I'll show you what that looks like. Okay, so there's both mirrors installed now. And I kind of like these because this is a metal clamp, and these are on 7/8 handlebars, so they give you a spacer to take up, you know, for the smaller size handlebars, so they will fit bigger handlebars. But it fits these 7/8. It clamped down real tight. This is a metal clamp. This arm is plastic. You can also adjust this bolt right here. It's like a pinch bolt on this ball. This is just a ball, you know, swivel for the mirror itself, so that if you hit it, it'll just fold back. It won't break off. And I really like that because, you know, your chances of you accidentally running into something are probably pretty good. I mean, it can happen. So, and it just, man, that handlebar filled right up. I've got so much stuff on here, but it's all useful stuff. It's all safety stuff and convenience things, and it came out really good. So now, what's next? The next thing is I got the top box. Now, this is a Givi top box. And this is really nice. Got one key. This top button here is for opening the top lid. So when you push it, let's see if I can do this with one hand. I don't think I can. Anyway, see if I can do this. I can't do this with one hand. Alright, I'm going to have to put the camera down. Alright, so where was I? So anyway, so I had to set the camera down so I could get the box open. But there it is. It opens up nice. I'll be able to get my lunchbox and my thermos in there when I'm doing my commute to work. The bottom button is so that you can remove it from the rack. So on days when I don't want to have this top box on there and I just want to be able to take the bike out, I can. And this is all that's going to stay on the bike. Just that one little rack. So it's also got, let's see if I can find it here, I think it's in the box. It has this plate. So after you get everything all bolted on, and I'm in the process of doing that, I've got 2 of the bolts in, and now I have to put the other 2 in here. And then this cover will go on, and there's a couple little screws that secure this cover down, and so it'll end up being, you know, real nice and clean. It actually gives me a bigger rack than what was on the bike without it. And underneath, it's hollow. There's like little pockets, so that if I need to put a bungee cord on it or something like that, and if I want to just bungee cord a jacket on it or something like that, I can. So let me go ahead and finish getting these last couple of bolts tightened down, and then I'll show you what it looks like with the box on the bike. Okay, so here's the rack part of the Givi top box case that's now installed on the bike, and it's actually pretty nice. When the box is not on there, it's not a bad looking little rack. And like I said, it still has places underneath here where you could put a tie down. Now let's look at the box itself. Originally, what I had planned to do on the bike was put this milk crate on it. And I did have it on there. I had it mounted on. I had these really neat little clamps that, you know, they fit right in the triangles of the milk crate. And it bolted down okay. But what I didn't like about it was, if I wanted to go for a ride without the milk crate on, it would have been a pain in the neck to take all the screws out every time I wanted to do that, and then put them back on when I needed it. So I got the Givi box. And the Givi, as you can see, it's about the same size as the milk crate. So it's going to do, you know, what I want. It's not going to be too big. The thing that is really cool about it is when I get to work, I can take my lunch and my thermos out of here, and I can put my helmet in here and close it up and take the key out, and then it's locked, and I don't have to worry about anybody walking away with my helmet. So now, let's see, I'm going to set this over here. Forgive me on the shakiness of the camera. And I'm going to see if I can show you how this box looks when it's on the bike. So it's really simple. You just line up these 2 tabs here. There's 2 tabs. You just line those up with the holes in here. Give it a push down. Let's see if I have it on. There. And it locks on. And once you take the key out, it's locked on. So then, if I want to open the top, you put the key in, you turn it, you push the button, and then the lid opens right up. It's pretty nice. So once you take the key out, the key won't come out until you lock it. Once you lock it, then the key comes out. So I think that's a pretty nice clean look for the bike. Now the only thing it is going to be a little bit hard is when it's on there, going to get on the bike. Because it's a tall bike, and I can't, let's face it, I'm not a kid, I can't lift my leg up over that anymore. So the trick is going to be to lean the bike over, and then I can get my leg up over it, hopefully, and then get on it. And it's not in my way. Now they do also make a back pad for this. And I think I may order that, so that if I do want to lean back on it, I'll be comfortable. I can lean back on it a little bit. But no, it fits the bike real good, and I like that a lot better than that milk crate. So not bad at all.